Hello and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. So today I thought I'd take you through my bullet journal, my pages for May and my setup for June. So I keep my bullet journal and my A5 creative journal in this Chic Sparrow folder, and I use a Rodeo Gold book for my bullet journal. I've used various books over the years, but this one is my favourite. Okay, so this is my May cover. I always do a monthly cover, and just before the end of the month I also do a reflection of the month before, and you'll see the May one in a second. So I always do a monthly spread where I have a calendar for the month, where I use that to note down events and meetings and birthdays, things like that. I have a main task list, and then I always set at least 3 or 4 goals. Most of the time, at least 3 of those are probably work related and 1 is personal. Then I have also got a list of priorities that I want to finish for that month as well. Then I have a gratitude page, or a page where I write about what I'm thankful for. So this could be very simple things, but it's just a capture of each day, what I've been thankful for that day. This is my habit tracker. As you can see, there's lots of gaps, so there's clearly habits that I haven't managed to stick to. So I know that for next month I need to focus on my yoga practice and my meditation and going to bed early. So I found this quite a useful thing for just keeping track of the things that I really want to try and focus on and improve on. This is my Instagram schedule. So I just do this to make sure that I have a fairly varied posts in my Instagram feed, and make sure that I know what I'm doing, prepare my photographs and videos in advance. This is a spread I started last month, and I found this really useful. It's just an ideas page for creative stuff that I want to try. So here I've got art projects I want to try out, things like paper making, things like that I've seen, and I thought, I want to try that. Then I also have a list of themes and colours for journal spreads that I want to try. Like this month I wanted to do a postal or mail themed one, so I did that in my TN journal. I also use this to collect ideas for quotes and prompts. So these are quotes that I want to include in my journal spreads and also share. I usually share them on Instagram as well. And then the prompts are the same. Those are prompts that I'd like to use in my journal that month. I also use this to just capture some ideas for my blog. I'm doing a personal development program called Your Best Life, so I've been using my bullet journal also to capture some notes from that. And this is my weekly spread, where I start off with a weekly review. So I acknowledge whether I've achieved my goal or not. I also think about what the week's wins were, what I've learned, because that's also important for me. I want to make sure that I'm learning something every week. How did I feel my progress went with regard to my goals, and how I want to improve the following week. Then I have a quick week diary page, so I list all my meetings and calls that I have here. Then I have my task list, and what I try to do here is separate my personal and my work. So I start my work task list at the top and go down, and then I start my personal list from the bottom and go up. So kind of just keeping those separate. Again, like the monthly spread, I have a main goal for the week, I have some priorities, and I also include space to capture any tasks that I want to carry over for next week. And then this is my daily lists, bullet list to-dos. So basically I'm looking at what I have in my priorities first and my main goals. So I'm making sure that I cover one of my priorities, at least one of my priorities each day. So I make sure that I'm taking one of those over into my dailies, and then I'll take over whatever else is in that list as well. So I take a couple of pages for my weekly spreads. I tend to, my lists tend to be longer during the work week, and then at the weekend there's not so much there, so I just have a sort of weekend list there. This is again was part of my the course that I'm doing, some more notes from that, and then I go into the following week. And each week is the same. And you can see I try and keep a visual theme throughout the month. So this month was botanicals and cacti and tropical botanicals more. So that I retained that theme all the way through into this is the final week. Then I also use my journal to plan out there's a quarterly magazine that I produce for my work, and also monthly bulletin, so I use that to create content plans for those. And then this is my reflection, which I will complete today, so being the 1st of June. So I just need to fill in my followers, social media followers here, and then what I do in this space is just capture some of the photographs from my phone that I've taken during that month that just capture specific moments that I want to remember. So I put those in there. So for June's setup, this month's theme, inspired by Helen at Journal with Purpose, is Galaxies and the Cosmos. So here I've used some of her downloadable journaling printables, and also I've created some of my own. So I experimented last month with some art watercolour painting of galaxies. So what I did is I just scanned these into my computer, and then I created some stickers with that as a background. Then I've also chosen some of my washi tapes that go with the colour theme. So this month is quite colourful, so I'm really liking this so far. So here's my blank monthly spread, which I'll fill in today with all my tasks. And I tend to have a look at the previous month, see what tasks I've not managed to complete, and bring those over. And then I'll check I also have a master task list, which I have on my computer, and then I'll transfer over tasks that I need to do from there. And I also use the month planner here, or the future log as the bullet journalers call it, and I've got some notes and to-dos I've already listed that I want to do in June, so I'll transfer those over as well to the master list. Again, I've got goals and priorities, my gratitude and habit tracker, my Instagram schedule, then I'm going to put my creative ideas into there, and then I've started this week spread here. So I tend to keep pretty much the same setup. It works for me. I'm tweaking it all the time just to improve it and make sure that it's really working best for me. But that's my bullet journal. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was useful. Thank you. Have a great day.